You don't need to quit. You don't need to quit your job to build a freer life. There was a time when I believed freedom meant escape. Escape from stress, escape from work, escape from financial pressure, escape from everything that felt difficult. Like many people, I imagined that one day I would finally reach a point where all my problems would disappear. A better business, more money, more success, more freedom. At least that's what I thought. But life taught me something different. Today, at 46 years old, I see freedom through a completely different lens. Freedom is not escape. Freedom is options. And options are built slowly. Not overnight. Not through hype. Not through chasing every new opportunity. But through small decisions repeated consistently over time. For many years, I was driven by something I didn't fully understand. Looking back, I can see how much of my life was fueled by pressure, the desire to prove myself, the desire to become successful, the desire to become financially secure. Part of that came from my childhood. Part of it came from difficult experiences. Part of it came from growing up believing that success would eventually solve everything. And to be honest, that belief helped me survive. It pushed me forward. It gave me direction when I needed it most. But eventually, I discovered something surprising. External success does not automatically create internal peace. You can be moving forward and still feel restless. You can be achieving goals and still feel pressure. You can be building a future and still forget to enjoy the present. One of the biggest turning points in my life came through meditation. Not because it magically changed everything overnight, but because it slowly reduced the noise. For the first time, I began observing my thoughts instead of constantly reacting to them. I began noticing how much of my stress came from the stories I kept repeating in my own mind. I began seeing patterns that had been running for decades. And something interesting happened. The quieter my mind became, the clearer my decisions became. I stopped looking for dramatic solutions. I stopped searching for shortcuts. I stopped believing I needed to completely reinvent my life. Instead, I started building. Slowly, patiently, one small step at a time. Today, I still work a regular job, and I am perfectly okay with that. In fact, I am grateful for it. Because I no longer see work as the enemy. Work provides stability. Work provides structure. Work removes unnecessary pressure. And from that stable foundation, I can build other things. I can write. I can create videos. I can build my blog. I can grow an email list. I can learn new skills. I can invest in my future. Without panic. Without desperation, without needing immediate results. I think many people make the mistake of believing they must choose between security and freedom. But in reality, the two can work together. A stable foundation often creates the conditions for greater freedom later. That is how I see online business today, not as an escape plan, not as a lottery ticket, not as a promise of overnight success, but as a system. A simple system that can gradually create more choices over time. A blog article, a video, an email subscriber, a helpful recommendation, a digital asset. One small brick at a time. Nothing dramatic, nothing exciting enough for social media headlines, but incredibly powerful over the long term. The older I get, the more I appreciate slow growth. Because slow growth tends to be sustainable growth. It allows you to learn. It allows you to adapt. It allows you to remain connected, to what truly matters. And perhaps most importantly, it allows you to enjoy the journey. Today, my vision of abundance looks very different from what it once did. Years ago, I might have imagined luxury, status, recognition. Now, when I think about abundance, I see something much simpler. I see myself sitting on a plane with my wife, watching the sunrise above the clouds, closing my laptop after finishing a piece of writing, looking out the window, feeling grateful, feeling calm, feeling free. Not because I escaped my life, but because I consciously built it. One decision at a time, one habit at a time, one system at a time. If there is one lesson I have learned, it is this. You do not need to quit your job to build a better future. You do not need to escape your life to create more freedom. You do not need dramatic change to transform your direction. Sometimes all you need is a little more clarity, a little more patience, and the willingness to keep building. Quietly, consistently, day after day. Because real freedom is rarely found in a single moment. It is built slowly, and often it begins exactly where you are today.